South Shore Community Action Council has been on a mission to eliminate poverty on the South Shore since 1965. Here's more.
South Shore Community Action Council was founded in 1965 as part of President Johnson's War on Poverty. We are one of over 1,000 community action agencies across the country and over 20 community action agencies in Massachusetts. Our designated service area extends from Hull down to Plymouth, but we actually provide services as far out to the east as Provincetown and Cape Cod and the Islands. And we also provide services through our transportation programs almost to the Rhode Island border. So we have a really large footprint. Our mission is to eliminate poverty, and we do this by working in partnership with other members of our community, folks from the business sector, other organizations, community groups, volunteers, you name it. Every part of the community can come together and play a role in helping us eliminate poverty and ensure a brighter future for everybody. The Food Resources Program has actually been partnering with the Plymouth Family Resource Center for a couple of years now. They have a market that they offer every, I think, 2 weeks or so. And it's basically open for folks to come and receive food if they need help with food. They can get clothing if they need help with clothing, diapers, all kinds of different kinds of basic needs supports. And as an add-on to that, we decided to expand. We actually have a partnership with the Greater Boston Food Bank. And so with the food that we get from Greater Boston Food Bank and our partnership with the Plymouth Family Resource Center, we decided to basically implement and try out a mobile pantry.
So Meal Kit Monday is a way for us to give out food, non-perishable and perishable food, to people in need. And we try to make it sort of interesting, like not just give them a bag of food. We want to be able to have them sort of be able to make a meal out of the food. It's like we try and give them the staples to make a meal, say tacos or a pasta sauce. And then we, as well as all the fresh stuff that we bring along on those days. So we'll bring whatever vegetables, fresh vegetables or fruits, meats, milk when we have it, eggs, butter when we have it, as well as the dried goods. We're trying to bring a bunch of fresh stuff that you don't normally get in just a non-perishable way.
It's really helpful to increase access by bringing food directly to people. So folks can walk right through that to the location at the Plymouth Family Resource Center. And, we do try to provide a good variety of things so you can really show some respect and integrity and letting folks pick the kinds of food that they like to have and that their families like to have. So they do try to get there early so that they have the best pick of the items that we have. But it's been a great support. We have a lot of folks who do unfortunately have to come, with some frequency. But we also do get a lot of new people each week. So, the word is getting out. We're grateful for that. And we definitely want people to know that if they need some help, they can come second and fourth Monday of every month. The Plymouth Family Resource Center posts the hours and the days. We post the hours and the days on social media as well. So folks can just follow us on both of those, either them or us on social media, and they'll be able to find out how to access the food.
Plymouth Family Resource Center is a spot for youth and families to come for basic needs. There's some groups that we do for youth and for parent education courses, and also we do family fun events. It was really interesting. We were having conversations about how can we get more food into the homes of people, right? And then Marie and Kathy, they do such a wonderful job at the South Shore Action Community Council, and they already had pre-made bags that they would give out that were leftovers. So then it kind of then took off from there and was wait, could we then come up with an idea of giving people a meal already made? And then that's when Meal Kit Monday was then established, and it started off with just the meal kit bags, right? So it just started as a bag, and now complete market. So then it's like completely expanded. I think you can see one of my favorite parts about having programs like this is that you can see how grateful the families are from receiving the goods. And like the shock that they're like, oh, I get to have this for free? And you're like, yes. And then it's almost like you then can see that maybe they're budgeting or whatever it may be, like if it's food stamps that they're using or if it is money, regardless, right? It's like you just see it stretch a little bit more.
Let me just say, I have the best volunteers in the world. These people are so dedicated that there's no words. We wouldn't be able to survive without them. They're just my heart. They come all the time, even when they can't work the full shift. Well, Marie, I'll come and just do this, and I have the best volunteers in the world. And we wouldn't be able to function without them, actually, because there's 2 people in this place, and that's it. Without the volunteers, we'd have nothing. They're just the most awesome people in the world.
To anybody who might want to volunteer, would encourage them. We have on our website, sscac.org, we have an annual calendar of volunteer opportunities that also includes a link where folks can just go and sign up. We try to make it as easy as possible so they can get more information about volunteering on our website, and they can sign right up on our website, easy peasy, and we'll get you up and running if you want.
Food is a very touchy subject for everybody, right? And I think it's very hard for everybody to access food, fresh or non-perishable. There's a stigma involved with it. They feel, oh, we can't do this, but everybody needs help nowadays. I think that this just is offering another way for people to come together. They meet other people and are able to access good food.
I think everybody knows at this point, food insecurity, especially coming out of the pandemic, is really high in our communities. And what we find, one of the things that we do as a community action agency, every 3 years we do a really comprehensive community needs assessment. We just finished our most recent one in 2023. And what we found is that 40% of the low-income people who responded to our needs assessment survey said that they were worse off now in 2023 than they were prior to the pandemic. So these are low-income households who are already just getting by on a razor-thin margin. And they're worse off now in 2023. And what happened, during the pandemic, there were a lot of supports, a lot of expanded benefits, a lot of programs put in place to help people really just maintain some financial stability while everything was so topsy-turvy with the pandemic. Coming out of that, though, now, a lot of those programs and expanded supports have ended. And so families they don't have as many resources available to help them. On top of that, we all know, everybody knows, everything is super expensive. Food's expensive, gas is expensive, utilities are expensive, rent is expensive. Everything that you just need to pay for your household is expensive nowadays. And so, put all of those things together, the low-income households who are worse off now, that are losing extra supports with the cost of everything just being through the roof, it makes sense, and it's so obvious. And yet it's right there in our schools, it's in our workplaces, it's in our stores, the people in line behind us at the grocery store. We don't know what kind of struggles they're having, but we know, just in our work, that people are really struggling. So I put the word out there to everybody. Please, the pandemic may be over. The pandemic may be over. We want it to be over, but there's still a lot of ripple effects that are happening, and folks just have not completely stabilized after the fact. So please, continue to engage, continue to support, continue to raise awareness, in your community about the need for assistance that's still out there.
Learn more about this amazing nonprofit at sscac.org.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button before you go. We'll see you next time.